Hi guys, Rufi here. I'm going to try this again and speak quite a bit louder, and hopefully this time you'll be able to hear me in my video. I thought since no one else had posted a question of the week so far, I would try one and see if you guys, it touched a chord within you and you wanted to respond to it. And I'll post my response right after I ask the question. The question I have is, who in your life was a person that gave you unconditional love, was a mentor to you, or was somebody that influenced you in a great way, and why? So I'm going to talk about two very special people. I mean, there's been way more than that in my life that have influenced me in this advanced 47 years. But these two are the two that from childhood right on to young adulthood really were there for me and really helped shape and form who I am today. The first one is my dad. You can see a picture here of my dad and I years ago. And my dad was somebody that I formed a bond with very strongly from the time I was born, because my dad had lost his father at age 14 to a brain aneurysm. He dropped dead in front of him at my dad's workplace. And so at age 14, Dad had to quit school and work full-time and take care of his brothers, sisters, and mother. And throughout the years, he had a bit of a phobia because he had thought that perhaps the same thing would happen to him, and so therefore put off getting married until finally he met somebody that he just couldn't live without. And they got married at age 49, and I was born when he was 50. So therefore, I was his one and only, the apple of his eye, and we were very, very close. My father influenced me because he was somebody that unconditionally loved me, faults and all. He knew my faults. He would call me on my stuff and would teach me, the value of hard work, the value of pushing yourself, becoming the best you can be, continuing to take care of others, and advancing yourself through education and life experience. He was somebody that was very involved in our community, involved in many, many community organizations. Was an alderman for 16 years in our city. He ran for mayor unsuccessfully. He was involved with political organizations, the Masons, the Historical Society, the Cancer Society, the Heart and Stroke Fund. I mean, you name it, my dad was involved with it. So he was somebody that kind of I looked up to, because he always was there to take care of everybody. Everyone loved him. Where he worked for years and years was a malt shop, cigar shop, confectionery type store. People used to go and get ice cream cones and malteds after the movie, go and get their smoke shop stuff, and hang out. And so, everybody even to this day, even though there's people that are, at an advanced age, will know my father because of going to that shop for years and years. So he was somebody who, like I said, very much influenced me and was always there for me whenever I needed him. I miss him greatly. This other person was my Aunt Florence. She's the lady in the striped shirt sitting there in the corner. And Aunt Flo was my mother's sister, and somebody from, again, the time I met her when as a young child to the time she passed away, was somebody, again, who greatly influenced me. Partially, I think, because, again, the unconditional love and the push and the drive for me to realize my dreams, go after them, and love and accept myself the way that I was, but also because of her go-gettedness, again, very community-involved lady, and just stubborn, and just somebody who made the best of whatever she had. One of my favorite stories about her was when she was had her children were young, and she had a white shag rug in her house, and her son had spilt orange crush all over the rug, and she tried every which way to get that orange crush out, and couldn't get it out of her fairly new shag rug. So what did my aunt do? She decided to go to the store and bought a case of orange crush and dyed her carpet orange. That's the kind of person that she was. When the county wouldn't paint lines on the island that she lived in, for safety, for upcoming stop signs and center road and no parking zones, she went and bought buckets of paint and painted it herself. That was the kind of lady that she was. Again, I miss her greatly. She and my father passed away 4 months apart, so it was a very difficult time to lose two people that loved me that strongly and were that much of an influence in my life, that I could always pick up the phone and call. In fact, a lot of times, even though my aunt lived thousands of miles away from me in Ontario, I'd be having a difficult time, and she would pick up the phone and say, "What's wrong?" She would know if something was going on. Or we would be picking up the phone and phoning each other at the same time. My dad was always, walking around with a whistle and a smile and handing out candy to people and telling dirty jokes, and just a great guy. So I think those are the two people that influenced me the most and have made me understand that we all touch people's lives. We all have a great time together, and I think it's important for us to recognize those people in our lives, the mentors, the influenced people. So I'm hoping this is a topic that other people will join in on, and hopefully this time we can hear me. Thanks a lot, Demers. Bye-bye.